Welcome back to the Ellis diary. It's been a long wait. I'm sure you've all thought I've disappeared. There's a reason for this long wait, and I've got to apologise. It's not because I wasn't out fishing, it's because I lost a bug. Basically, I was on that big pit down south, that was Rockford, and I had a fish in there, single scale, that I really wanted. That was my target, that was a drive. Then we had that last lockdown, end of autumn, and I was really planning to hit it hard that winter. I thought I was confident in doing well and maybe catching that one, but it's later transpired that I probably won't ever catch that one. But yeah, like, that was my drive. And then after that, come the spring, I didn't go back, and it was like I had no drive, so I was floating about here, there and everywhere. And when I do that, I don't really do well, and I'm sure a lot of you would agree that floating about, especially on big carp lakes, big pits and stuff, it's not the ideal thing to do. You've got to be, well, in my book, I've got to be 100% focused on that one particular lake and that one job in hand, whether that's a certain carp or whatever. But I've got to be on that one lake and loving it to really succeed. So yeah, after the lockdown, I got a ticket on Racedby South. I fancied a dabble on a lake down the road from there, and you got no parking and stuff, and I wasn't welcome. Someone actually wrote "fuck Greg Ellis" on the back of the sign. Like, not supposed to fish it anyway, but I mean, I was going to go there, but my ticket started in May and it should have started in April, and I wanted to start eating it middle of March, and yeah, it got too late in the end, so I never bothered with that. Although I did have a Racedby South Lake ticket, so I've had that all year. I've had a little dabble on there. I've done a few things on there actually. I've done a Fisher Lux raffle. Shane Holden won that, and yeah, we had a good time. I only managed one carp. It was really hard going. And I took Dan Truster there as well. He spent 450 quid on raffle tickets, so I took him there as a thank you for spending so much money. Didn't have to, but that's the sort of person I am. So yeah, they both had a good time, and I've got me tickets worth, like the money worth. I've had a good time on there, but it's not got the big carp at the minute that I really want. So yeah, we've had a dabble about on there, but I was doing a bit in Cambridge on a lake, another one you shouldn't really, well, you can fish it, everyone fishes it, but it's not actual, you've got no bailiffs, no owners and that. But yeah, I've done that, end of lockdown, managed a couple, what was it, I had a double and 29 something I think it was, a fish called bloodworm, or 27, one of those two, can't remember. That's how, like, I normally write down all my fish weights and all the captures, the dates, the swims, and that's how much of the bug I lost. So I weren't writing nothing down, I'd catch them and just leave them, like, so they was two really nice fish as well. Because that lake in Cambridge is really busy, I was going there sometimes, couldn't get a swim, and going all the way back home. It's like an hour and a half from my house, so I decided to get a ticket on St Ives, and I really fancied the meadows and fjords, so got a ticket on there as a backup really. It's somewhere I'd love to fish. I'm going to do the summers on there, I think, when it's really quiet, because I went there in April and it was quite busy, and I thought, oh, there's not many swims. Although the meadows is massive, there's not many swims on that actual lake, so it does get busy. And I thought, oh, I fancy this, but I've done one night, then I went to the shallow pit, done one night, never went back there, went back to the other place, went to Racedby, went back to Rockford for a night, and I was floating about. It wasn't until the summer I went back to St Ives. I got turned up on a Saturday, walked about, and I see him showing in this corner down in the sailing club, and I said to my mate Errol, I was on the phone, I was like, God, they're showing, like, I must have seen about 5 or 6 shows within 10 minutes. So I've got my gear, set up there, managed a 33 pounder, my first fish, and then that was followed by a 35, really nice carp in there, and it's got some real big ones, good head of big fish. It's not an easy place, and it's definitely challenging. The big fjords is just next level, like, that's the right bit of me, wild, overgrown, and just like Burfield, to be fair. So it's somewhere I'm gonna hit hard, 100% focused on that place soon, but not just yet. Done all that floating around Cambridge, and that's what I've been doing all year basically. We're now in October, and it's took until September to actually find a place that's got me, like, big time. Now I'm on the water now in the Lee Valley, Langridge Lake. It's a big pit, 180 acres. I've done some research. Basically, you've got Naze in Meads one end, and if you remember from my Madness on the Meads video, there's an overflow, so the fish get over the overflow down into the relief channel, which is a mile long, and then they can get through the sluice gates into the Langridge when they open the sluice gates, and you'll catch fish from nazing in this Langridge. Yeah, so I've gone on there, don't know the stock, no one really knows the stock. There's 4 different angling clubs on there, so you can't get a ticket on all of it. The ticket I've got, King's Weir, is known as Barbara's Bank to the locals. That is the ultimate bank. I think it's got to be the best bank. Islands are wild, overgrown, heaven. It's a 15-man syndicate. I'm currently on there. I've just done a month so far. We're in October, I started at the start of September, and I've not seen another person fishing it. So I've got the jackpot in that one. So I've gone on there expecting to blank for the first month or something. I thought, right, I'm going to have to go down the approach of trying to attract bream, tench, whatever I can get to feed. And well, I knew it was going to be hard work. All I can find info wise on the internet is old stuff saying there's only 20 to 30 carp in there. So I've really got my work cut out. But I said like to a few people, I don't care if I don't catch. I just want to go on there, do my own thing, in my own sort of area, and not see another spom land in my water. I want to wake up in the morning, not see another angler sitting opposite in his bivvy with binoculars looking at me like they did on Rockford. You know what I mean? I just want my own peace and quiet, and we'll see how it goes. And it's been an absolute red letter month, September, and it's October now. I'm still doing well. I won't say what I've caught or how many or stuff, because I've got a few videos to follow on from this. This is just like a little intro, what I've been up to, why I've been quiet. And the main reason for being quiet was not having the bug. I really fell out of love with fishing. I always thought I needed a big carp, a certain big carp as a target for me to have to drive. But it turns out I don't need that. All I need is a water that's got something for me. And this place, the Langy, it's got the mystery. It's got, I know nothing about it. I know a few fish names, but I'm catching carp that I never knew existed. I've fished Nazing Meads one end, North Met Pits the other end. Always heard about this place. Even members on the other sections, they don't even know what's in there. They're asking me, oh, when's your video out? I want to see what's in here. So, although I'm going to expose the place and show people what's in there, it's going to get a lot of recognition. You can't get a ticket anyway, so I'm not blowing up the, I'm not going to ruin it. Like people say I ruin Nazing Meads. You can't get a ticket. You can go on a waiting list, but good luck if you want to get on. But at King's Weir, they've opened 3-day ticket swims now, and it's right near my end, like my swim, like literally throwing distance. So if you do want to get involved, you can book a swim through Lake Bookings. There's 3 separate swims there, and it's at a good end of the pit, especially in the spring. I'd definitely recommend a bit of spring action on there. So we're going to take you into the Ellis diary. There's a few to follow on from this, so I hope you enjoy. It's wild out there, and it's absolute heaven.
I feel lost and confused. I've been around, I've played the fool. I gotta find a way. This time the pressure's on. Concede a goal, my friend is gone. Life ain't what it used to be. It's such a terrible thing when you feel life ain't worth the living, and you're just treading water. But this time I must be strong. Read the signs, find my way home from the edge of the border. Heaven knows what life may bring. There could be blue skies through the rain, and I know I must find my way. So come on, help me to release my soul today. Won't you help me through this pain? It cuts like a knife, burns like acid rain. Come on, help me to release my soul. But nobody knows which way or which road to go. Help me, Lord. this pain will good be found. Cried my tears into the ground. Angel, won't you save me?
Well, here's a swim I fancy. I'm going to try and cut a bit out. Cut a section out so I can cast from here. See a bit of water. I did fancy to swim round to my left, and it's really shallow, but to the right, so that'll be to the left of this swim, it gets deeper. So I'm hoping if I cut this swim out a bit, I can have a lead about, and it could be deeper water, which is ideal. That's what I look for in the autumn, going into winter. Late summer, early autumn, I start baiting. Straight boilie, quite heavy. But this place, it's an unknown stock. Don't know what's in here. Bit of an adventure. It's wild. How do you even get out of it like that? It's a bit of me, mate. This is a bit of me. Been walking about to get to here. I'm cut to bits like that. It's like Burfield. And I bought me a couple of rods like that. I was going to have lead about, wrap up some spots, but I can't find none yet. But that is what I've been using to get rid of all the nettles and that. But yeah, make a bit of lake. I think this bit of the section is what I'm feeling. What's it? Well over 100 acres of water. And, yeah. The Ellis Diary, Wild Banks. Let's do this. Look at this, Burfield times 10. You have to roll back pretty fast there. Look. Pick up in the nettles. Pick up. Fuck you, you're having a fucking That's a wild shit. Sweating me tits off, but I've got him cutting out the swim. Who said fishery owners ain't good to you? Fuck, shaking like a leaf. Go on, Sam. Can't, it's getting dark. Chop, chop. This is savage garden. The man's picked this one. Just going back to get another load off my barrow. My bed chair this time. Because you can't push your barrow around these parts. You'll see why soon. Wild. Fallen trees. Some big massive holes. You name it. Not for the faint-hearted. Nettles galore. I didn't go through that bit before. Nope. Get lost. Just trying to get back to the swim. Well, going back to my barrow from the swim. I think I went down here. Caught up in this shit. Right, fucking hell. Hands and knees job. Here we are. Ain't complete. Nah, what's it look? What's missing? How's it? Yeah, didn't notice it the first time I come here. Yeah, what's it? Work here, build Ellis Bay, Ellis Point. When you get my plaques made up, it's one of them wooden engraved ones. Ellis Point, yeah? Come on. Yeah, I will. Right, that's my gear. My bed chair, my brody. Storm poles on that. We've got a bit of a swim there. I can get down there. Let's have a look. Bivvy up here. Room with a view. Yeah, little cut here. It's quite shallow in the margin, so I can wade out. And yeah, fish, but I'm going to trim a bit of this back so I can see some more water. Happy days. Ellis Point in the making. But yeah, got to go back now through the nettles with my barrow. Empty barrow luckily, but in the dark. Sweet. Right, we're back down. It's Friday. What I didn't show you last night was this. That bridge there. You've got to unload your barrow. I've already done a few trips. And then you've got to push your barrow with hardly nothing on it. Down this ditch, up the ditch, and then through the brambles, stinging nettles again. So I've already done a few trips, got most of my gear there. Sweating, but we're going to go do the remaining bit of kit. And then yeah, see what we got in the swim. Lead about, cut the swim out. The adventure begins. Let's go. Obviously, got to get myself covered up and that. Fully covered for this. Now you'll see why. Last night you saw why. Oh, sweating, mate. Should have done this when it weren't middle of a heat wave, eh? We've had like 30 degrees. Today's 22. It's cooled down a bit, but it's still bad. Although there's nothing on the barrow, I've got 10k of cell in the bottom of it. That's it. Right, let's go. Trust me, it gets worse, a whole lot worse. If you don't like stinging nettles, you won't like this style of fishing. If you don't like sweat and hard work, you won't like this style of fishing either. And when you've got a stock that's unknown, I could go missing on this gaff, but I'll be missing on my own in paradise. Just the way we like it. There's a lot of muntjac about and all. You'll be walking along, out of nowhere, muntjac deer will just jump out on you, shit the life out of you and disappear. So we're right amongst the wildlife. Balls deep in nature. Proper wild adventure, this one. Get in there. Fucking hell, mate. Right. This is as far as you can get. Now we've got to walk the rest to the actual swim. So, take me saw. A spare t-shirt in there because my one I'm wearing at the minute is absolutely drenched with sweat and it's only going to get wetter. Vital bit of kit that. Right, we'll come back for that a bit later. Like I said, the majority of my kit's here. I've already done a load, a few fucking runs already. That's why I'm sweating my tits off. And like I said before, I had a lead about in a swim, that point swim, and it was shallow, but the further right I went, it got deeper, so that's why I've opted to fish this swim, because it's further around to the right, and I'm hoping I've got some deeper water for the autumn, because if I ain't, and it's like 2-3 foot like the rest of it, what I've seen, I've just done all this for nothing. Like, I should have cut the swim out first, and then had the lead about, but I thought with this weather, this heat wave, chances are there's going to be fish here next couple of weeks, so we'll see. If it's deeper, happy days. If it's shallow, I'll do a couple of weekends on here and I'll start hitting it in the spring, start baiting it from March or whatever, and then I think it'd be a good spring zone. The Ellis Diary, Wild Banks, it's happening. Yeah, this diary, sweaty tits. We're here. Oh, my face is dripping, it's in my eyes. Fucking hell, dirty gloves all over my face. Cool, I'll show you my face in a minute, I bet it's black. Oh, crikey, mate. I've not sweated this hard the last couple of days for a long time. I haven't been in the gym for 2 years. Since first lockdown, I ain't been back to the gym. So I've not been getting my sweat on much. Probably lost a stone in 2 trips getting gear here. Right, we're here, mate. Last night's stash, today's stash. Now, look at that. What are you saying? Here we are. It's a little bit of a cut out yesterday. Got to cut some more out because basically I want to get out there to the left of it, so I've got to cut this off. Cut this back here. Can't get my rods out. And yeah, set up camp in the overgrown Ellis Palace. We're going to name this. I'm going to get myself a plaque made up. Ellis Palace. Don't even think I'm joking because I ain't. We're going to have a little pole here with a nice plaque on it. I'm going to claim this swim as mine. No one's walking here, no chance. So right, let's get the I'm going to have a fag first. I need to chill out for a bit, to be fair. I think I have a heart attack cutting that down. Right, in a bit. Cheerio, ta-ta. See that? That is sweat, mate. I hope this pays off. Come on. Right, Adam Titchmarsh, eat your heart out. Bit of gardening here. 6 metre extendable saw. Psh. Wild carp fishing essential. Right, here we have it. Back there is all the trees that we've cut out, what I've cut out. Have the rods down there in the water, stone poles, and yeah, boom. Don't need to cut anything above me because I'm wading out the cast, so it's not ideal. But yeah, that's the swim. All this, what I've got off, I can set my bivvy up, just barricade it in with that, so I'm sort of camoed from anyone that walks past, which they won't because I'm right out in the sticks. No one's coming here. I've got my own little bit of Ellis paradise, which I've been looking for since Burfield. I finally got it. Happy days. This is the sort of fishing I love. Right, moment of truth. Do a couple of casts. So that's what I'm worried about. It's going to be soft silt in deeper water, and it's going to be stinking, dyeing my baits black. So I want to do a night here. It's a bit of onion weed. Stinks of onion. Weed. See if that float does pop up. Just out of curiosity. 1, 2. No. Solid weed. If you really chuck it hard, be careful about them cables. Can't even feel it at the bottom. So I've never ever led about with a marker float because I don't get the right feel for it. That buoyancy of the float, it ain't a direct lead to rod. Hit the bottom, donk. You've got that. I'm just getting this float out for depth if I can get the float up. I'm looking for depth in this bit. Nothing in particular, no spot, just a bit of deep. Oh, there's a clip. Shallow, innit? If I'm baiting for the autumn, I want deeper water. Silt, gravel, don't care what it is. Preferably silt. Not weed. It's weed galore. Solid weed. And that, boys and girls, is what happens on lakes with no one fishing them. Ain't got many spots. See that telegraph pylon? It's on an island. You ever seen that before? Nuts, mate. Mental. If that island gives way, I'm getting electric shocked. Ideally, I don't really want to be going out far. It'll be quite short. It's just easy to bait then, easy to cast. This sort of water, you've got to bring the fish to you. It's a heavy baiting campaign. Did that hit the bottom? I think it's back to the drawing board with just a lead. So I can actually have a feel about proper, then put a float on if I find a spot. Nothing. Really need to chuck it long. So I think it's going to be deeper out there. Don't want to go long. But normally deeper water, there's no weed, silt. Does it smell? Oh, this is choked. This is a this is going to be a bit of a effort to get a spot out here. effort making the swim, effort getting a spot. But if it was easy, it'd be shit, wouldn't it? I've been on St Ives, meadows and fields. I really fancied the meadows this autumn, but it's just, they put a blue dye in the lake and there's no weed. So everywhere you cast, big pit, it's just donk, donk, donk. I'd much prefer this sort of fishing, because when you do find that donk, it's game on, isn't it? When there's a donk everywhere, it wouldn't matter on here, because I'm going to bait an area, bring them to me, but it's better to have a spot, then bait the spot. I feel like you've achieved something then. I feel like you've done a bit of good angling. Oh, that hit the bottom. That was deep. Deepest drop I've ever had. Out here. One. Three, is that going? 4. 11. Oh, jackpot. 12. 12. I said to my mate earlier, I went, if I can find 12 foot, I'll be staying. Autumn. For the autumn and baiting it heavy. And this is 12 now, so 13. 14. 14. Fucking bingo. It's me, mate. I ain't reeling that in. I'm going to get me actual fishing rods, and I'm going to have a lead about around that. Perfect, not far out, easy range, easy baiting. I can sit on, oh, poked in the eye then, it's gonna hurt, isn't it? I can sit on my bed, look out, bring the big carp to me. It's a touchdown, I'm happy with that. It's got even if it's a small spot, you hear the bottom, the float come up, even if it's small, the amount of bait I'm going to put on that, I think there's a good head of bream and tension here, that's going to get cleared no matter what. I'm going to fill it in, vital in. I'm going to put some cell out there, but I ain't going to waste kilos of cell on here until I get the carp in the zone. Then I'll start baiting heavy with boilie, but it's going to be vital in or something cheap just to clear it, get the small fish in, and that should bring the carp, the very few carp that are in here. Yeah, game on. Buzzing. Let's get me old rods out, let's get sorted. I'll catch up later because I've still got to, don't even need to dig that, cut that tree out now, do I, really? Just cut these bushes out a bit maybe. We'll see. But yeah, happy days. That's it. Ground sheet job, flatten all that down. Job's a good one. Sweaty t-shirt, joggers. That ain't water. That is soaking wet with sweat, setting up. So yeah, currently in my pants. Finally, just as the sun goes down, losing light, 2 rods on the spot, rocking. Got a few kilos of cell, 2 rods on the same spot, deeper water. Really not expecting anything tonight or at all this weekend, because I know I've got to work this swim. I've got to bait it quite heavily and it's going to take some time. If I catch tonight, I'll be surprised. I've got yeah, a month ahead of me of nothing, I think. Just bait and wait. Can be boring, but can be rewarding. We'll see. Fingers crossed we see something tonight or in the morning, or better still, one in the net. But here's hoping, eh? All day this has took. But yeah, we're sorted. View from the bivvy. There we go. Happy days. A room with a view. That's what I was looking for. I've got it. Not another bivvy or spom in sight. Heaven.
Yeah, you right? I've sunk me line.
Come on, Joshy. Is it part of the job? You have to be prepared to get the part of it. Oh, Lena. Well, hopefully it's a perk.
Fucking hell.
So, are Lena done?
No, you're right. No, you're right. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's alright. Secret spot, this one.
Yeah, I'll bet it is. Keep that quiet.
Yeah. Is that it then? That it? Fucking hell. Mental. Spegler. Fucking shit ton of them. View from the BV this morning. Rods are out. Paddle boarders are out. I reckon there's 60s to 70 paddle boarders on this pit right now. I think they've got some event, guys were saying. So I've had to dip my rod tips. And yeah. Joys of big pit fishing, innit? With a sailing club. Got to be careful filming because there's kids about and all that. And if they're with their mums and dads, which they are, oh, you filming my little kid? Yeah, mate, it's going on YouTube and all. You've had Canter Swan on Burfield, now Canter fucking paddleboarder. Right, I've just reeled in, as expected. That is what happens in silty lakes that ain't been fished. Obviously, it's a white pop-up. That's my worst view. Nice firm drop though. Maybe a bit of, I've got to catch a few fish from it. Bream, tench, whatever, just try and clean it. But yeah, I thought that would be the case. Dyes your baits, black, and smells. So it's not ideal, but we'll see with a bit of bait, see what can happen. Fingers crossed. Just need a few bream or tench to get in the zone. Right, a little update from yesterday. I had that black bait situation, so I found a spot a bit to my left, a bit further to the left, a bit further out. It was 9 foot, softer drop, so I thought I'd try that, see if it comes back this morning, black. And I found another spot to my right, which ain't ideal for what I want to bait for the autumn. Bait was 5 foot, on low lying weed amongst a lot of weed, so that won't smell. So I was hoping in this sort of weather, it's really hot, it's 20 odd degrees, thought I'd get a bite on that. But 11 o'clock, it's just gone 11 now. I've had a bite on the left hand rod. Absolute ripper. Surfaced out there in open water. I thought that's a chunk, mate. Like, that's a big fish. If I lost it, it would have felt like a big fish. But yeah, check this out. Here we are. Got one in the net. I've got me 6 metre saw out because
Had a bite on the left hand rod, absolute ripper. Proper ripper. And then yeah, surfaced out there. It's kited all the way round and it's gone round this tree. I'm gonna have to cut all this out now because it's kited left and it's got stuck just behind this tree here. So I've got my saw out, I've got a fish on, I'm cutting it. But yeah, it's a common. It's yeah, it's not one of the mirrors. There's a few mirrors in here. Ain't all that looking. This one, mate, it's a common. It looks alright. Looks like a fair size and all. I'm thinking that's a £30. Hang on. Don't want to lose it out of the net, do I? I'm guessing that could be a 30. Hopefully. But if not, it's a carp. Yeah. Definitely felt like 30 when I was playing it. Sounds like one in the net. Happy days. Let's get her weighed up and that, see where she goes. Right, first session on my new water. The autumn water. Big wild pit. And yeah. It's not quite the 30 that I thought. £27, 8 ants. Mega common. Now if the commons are like this in here, this is something to be happy about, isn't it? Proper carp, mate. Lovely mouth, black. Mega, well happy with this. It's off the spot, the long spot. Bit deep water, I can bait for the autumn. And yeah, to get a bite from a carp off it, straight away, says something, doesn't it? It's going to get a lot of bait now. Heavy baiting. No to sell. Happy days. Slip it back. And put the rod out again for a few hours before I go home. Sunday morning now. Joys of a weekender, isn't it? Oh, you were cutting out that tree that was in my way. Got to get it undercut so the fish goes under there. Don't have that problem as before. So, hard graft on Sunday before we go. Once I've done this, it's bait up time. And then back during the week to bait up. But yeah, we're going to clear the swim. Learned from that mistake with that carp kiting left, getting undercut under the trees. So yeah, let's make it better for next time. Sell that. Right, time to bait up. Let's see from the last video what we're like. Yeah. Secure that for when I bait. So yeah, we've got that. We're at a bit there. I need to get that off there, I think. Good for now. If it kites round to the left, my line ain't going to be able to tree like it was. I can manoeuvre out a bit, it's quite deep in this margin. Drops off, so it'll be alright. Time will tell. I can always cut some out during the week when I cut the bait up. Like I said, I've got my new 6 metre saw, haven't I? Up there. Proper bit of kit that, well happy with that. Carp angler's dream saw that. Alright, let's bait up, get home. Happy days, buzzing with this place. My new Ellis paradise. That's what this is. Wild as can be, mate. Wildest pit I've ever fished. And I love it.
We'll go on, we'll go on. Heaven knows what life may bring. There could be blue skies through the rain. And I know I must find my way. So come on, help me to release my soul today. Won't you help me through
making friends already. I think that's Loretta. Loretta's the one to do with that. Have that.